the World Lacrosse Super Sixes, ladies and gentlemen, live from beautiful Coquitlam, British Columbia, the Percy Perry Stadium. BC Sports TV, Tino Ferry, your voice for this rematch of the late game last night between Canada and Mexico. Canada taking the victory there, 25-15, and quick work with their first offensive set. That one finds Turpin, who finds the back of the net, but a quick answer back. It's Mexico with Charlie Frattini, up to 13 goals in the tournament now. David Charney for the Canadians. Dishes to his left to Young. Young gets the pick, skips one to the corner and just off the mark. Looking for Fisher, couldn't quite find the handle. He heads back for a defensive shift, and Mexico tries to find the lead for the first time in this game. Asensio goes behind the net to Josh Sanchez. Wants the shovel, takes it, and the goaltender makes the save. Young over to the far side, looking to connect with Noakes, who also couldn't find the handle, and that will give possession back to Team Mexico. As Lucas Price gets the start in between the pipes for Canada. Matthew Murakami gets it again for Mexico. Jump shot, and that one goes top corner. Sanchez. Little question mark dodge as he leaps to create an extra angle, and Canada answers back. Give another one to Robbie Turpin. Both goals for Canada coming from the stick of number 43. And Price makes an easy stick save that time and sends the ball forward. Brandon Kirby runs onto it, chases it down, and finds it in the corner. Dishes to his right. Now near side, Charney steps into one and a kick stop. Murakami sends that one out of play, and Canada. Onto the score sheet, Brandon Fitzgerald. Weird bouncer. Sanchez goes on the run, and a stick check from behind takes away that glorious opportunity for Mexico, leading by 1. Goals aplenty to start things off here in the first quarter. Pass through, scores. Oscar Lucas gets his first of the game. Back to square one. Angel Asensio to Josh Sanchez. Down to the corner. It's a drive, finds the perimeter again. Charlie Frattini gets a shot off a bouncer just wide, with Price stumbling backwards, but didn't end up having to get a piece of it. Turpin will collect from the baseline and head back towards the offensive zone, excuse me. Finds former junior teammate and David Charney. Shot on the run, scores. Back to back now for the Canadians. Brendan Murray with a shot on the run. Canada now leading 4-3. Bailey Vanachuk over to Sanchez on the swim. Vanachuk wants it back, gets it, passes down to the corner. Tuck and drive, bounce shot, just wide, but a penalty on the play, and Mexico will go to the power play. It'll be a slashing call, and I believe it'll be Alan Gain making his way to the scorekeeper's area and takes a seat. So Fertini will start things off. Quick pass down to Sanchez. They'll keep it around the perimeter for now. Fertini with it again, now over to his right. Vanachuk. And the shot from Fertini goes wide and out of play. Fitzgerald will start off this short-handed transition. Quick feed goes to the far side. Fitzgerald gets it back. Pass over to his left. Young. Return feed to him. Drives low on the screen from Fitzgerald. Gets his hands free. Pass across. Picked off. Asensio off to the races. Turns into a breakaway. Scores. Ties the game at 4. Now Noakes. So we are now back to even strength. Young from distance and another kick save. Murakami has had a couple of those in this opening quarter, and that ricochets off his shin and out of play. Drive, shot, scores. Canada back in front. Noakes with an individual drive and just goes over top of the goaltender. Now Mexico gets into the offensive zone with a couple seconds to spare. Pass was off the mark and out of play. Here is Garrett Winter. To Keegan Lady, delayed call coming up to Mexico. Shot sent wide and out of play, and now we'll get our first chance to see Canada on the power play in this game. So it'll be Charlie Fertini watching on for the time being. Winter fakes a shot and sends it over to his right. Return feed to him at the point. Steps into one and a low save. Murakami continues his strong play throughout this tournament. He was one of the standouts for Team Mexico in their opening 2 games. A 1-1 record coming into day number 2 with a win over Team Indigenous and a loss last night to this Team Canada. Sanchez to Fertini out of the box, and over the goal line is a howitzer from distance. Now Winter answers back and puts Canada back in front 6-5. We saw just how quickly goals can come in the first game of day number 2, with Great Britain giving up that 2-goal lead late to Canada, who ended up tying it, and then of course Great Britain with the overtime winner on the 2-woman advantage. And we just saw another example of it there with back-to-back goals, 1 to each team. But at the conclusion of the opening quarter, it's Canada 6 and Mexico 5. And when we come back, we'll bring you second quarter action live from the World Lacrosse Super Sixes. All right, welcome back to Coquitlam. Welcome back to BC Sports TV. Welcome back to the World Lacrosse Super Sixes. It's our second game of day number 2, and it's Canada versus Mexico, with Canada leading 6-5. Here's Josh Sanchez, stopped by Lucas Price. And just looking over the roster here for Team Mexico, between the pair of Charlie Fertini and Josh Sanchez, that is where the vast majority of their goals have come from. Is Fertini denied by Price, but Fertini with 12 goals coming into this game, Sanchez with 14. No other player on this Mexican roster has double digits in goals. The highest total individually is Bailey Vanachuk with 4, but everybody else has 3 or less, other than those two being Fertini and Sanchez. Oscar Lucas found the back of the net a moment ago to put Canada up by 2. Lucas made the save, and that goes out of play. Here is Sanchez, waiting for the screen as he's watched on by Robbie Turpin. Gain comes in to apply some support, and Sanchez going to draw a penalty. He takes a shot off the post. Rebound collected. Fresh 30 here for Mexico. Pass over to the far side. Driving, still watched on by Gain. Near side feed, low shot, and another kick save, this time by Price. Both goaltenders with some strong performances to start off this game now in quarter number 2. Price in net for Canada, and Matthew Murakami remains in between the pipes for Mexico. This is the second game of the tournament for Price. Ashton Clark got into the game against this team, Mexico, last night. Now Sanchez on a skip feed. Return to him again, and that one looking top right just goes wide and out of play. Price will step out to collect. Fitzgerald. Nobody near him. Canada still shorthanded. There's a drive by Murray. Shot stopped by the stick. Murakami took away the top corner, and Mexico goes off to the races. Martinez leaves for Asensio. Lob pass back to Sanchez. Right back into the mix. Fertini tries to muscle his way, left the ball behind. Shot clock goes down to 10. Tuck underneath, and a strong defensive effort by Fitzgerald, and he takes it away. Christian Martinez liked the one-on-one drive, but taken away by the defensive efforts of Brandon Fitzgerald, who dishes and heads off for a change. Winter shot stopped by a sprawling Murakami. Here's Sanchez, one hand on his stick, shovels one towards Price. Had to be sharp there. Dropping to his backside, but making the save. Now Noakes gets over top. Looks over to the far side, gets onto his wrong side. Weak shot stopped. Murakami steps out of his crease, so Charney still behind him, knocks the ball free, and a pass, not a great one, taken back by Canada. 10-second count goes against Mexico. Now Noakes scores. Murakami bites on the 3 fakes sent by Adam Noakes, who then finds the back of the net, and Canada goes up by 3. Mexico still looking to find the back of the net for the first time in this second quarter. Can Sanchez do exactly that? He shovels one towards the goal, and Price takes that into his chest. Young. Hits the trailer. Now Murray, fake shot, tucks through, and a shot taken away and picked off as Fertini just caught it and goes back the other way. Now Asensio dishes and heads off for a change himself. Fertini directing traffic off ball. Wants the pass, gets it. Takes a bounce shot, and that goes Short side, wide. If I'm being honest, I think Mexico's only hit the net once in this quarter, and it was on that shovel shot from Sanchez a couple of minutes ago, but everything else otherwise has been wide. My memory serves me correctly. Now David Charney lost it on the cradle. Lady. Shot, blocked. Couple blocks in a row from these Mexican defenders. Now Lady lays the body to keep possession in his team's favor, but no reset as the shot clock will expire, and Murakami will collect from behind his net. About 2.5 minutes remaining until the half. Here is Sanchez. Gets the screen. Sidesteps away from some pressure. And that'll be a turnover against Team Mexico. Chance for Canada to go on the run. Shot stop, Murakami. And he wants to run himself. Sprints towards the center line and dishes up to Sanchez. Waiting in front of the Canadian bench. Jab step on Young, not going to fool him. Young still working on Sanchez, close to the end line. Drops a shoulder, passes over to Frattini, who finally finds the back of the net for Mexico. Their first goal of the second quarter. Now Noakes dishes through. Charney scores. So just after scoring their first goal since the first quarter, Mexico gives up another one from the stick of David Charney. Now a rising sub shot. Again, well wide. Turpin will collect. Dish goes to the far side. Turpin drives through the middle. Lady gets his defender to fall. Now back to his feet. Lucas tucks under on the toe drag. Another fallen defender, but a stick check sent that shot wide from the stick of Oscar Lucas, looking to find the back of the net for the second time in this game. Unsuccessful that time, and Murakami will take it out. Sanchez gets some pressure over the center line from Young. Escapes. Now into the final minute. Now Fitzgerald to his left. Young rips one home. He had Winter driving through, but looks him off and rips one into the top corner. Now Frattini drives, shoots, and sends that one just wide. Look out. There are a couple players walking from behind the goal, and as the final count got underway, that will bring us to the end of the first half. Canada leading over Mexico 10-6 through the opening two quarters, and when we return, we will bring you second half action. Thank you for joining us on BC Sports TV. You're watching the World Lacrosse Super Sixes live from Coquitlam, British Columbia. Back from Coquitlam. Quick goal from Kara Winter right away at the start of the third quarter. So Canada now up 11-6 after that one. Live from the World Lacrosse Super Sixes here on BC Sports TV. Thank you for joining us. Tino Ferry, your voice for this second game of day number 2 between Canada and Mexico in a rematch of the late game last night. Canada took down Mexico by a final score of 25-15. And looking to keep that perfect record alive. As Young comes over top and skips one over to the far side. Fake shot on a swim. Murray denied. Murakami kicks that one over. Now a chance to go the other way. Asensio working on Young. One hand on his stick. Double team comes. Loses possession. Thanks to the help from Oscar Lucas. Murray comes in for a little bit of help as well. Asensio somehow still with it. So Murray and Lucas work to close him out. He was the lone Mexican player in the offensive zone. Now a quick pass up in transition. Breakaway. Canada goes the other way once again. Noakes throws a few fakes from in tight, much like his last goal of this game, and puts Canada up 12-6. 2 quick goals to start off the second half. Now Vanachuk dishes down low, looks for his own loose ball as the pass was bobbled. Now Winter on a breakaway from his own side of center. Scores, second of the quarter for Kara Winter. He'll head off for a breather. As Canada with the only 3 goals of the second half to start things off. Now a shot from a sharp angle, and Price gets a foot out. Canada looking for more as Lady rips one. Murakami got a piece of it, but it wasn't enough, and now Mexico is going to call a timeout here under fire to start off quarter number 3, and we'll take a quick break here as well. When we come back, more third quarter action live from Coquitlam. Back at the Percy Perry Stadium for the remainder of quarter 3 in this men's matchup between Mexico and Canada. Canada leading 14-6 after scoring 3 quick goals to start off this second half. Feels like it was just 11-6 a moment ago. And now Sanchez tries to pull his team back into the fight, switches hands, shoots, and Price got a piece of it. Subtle ricochet off of his midsection and out of play. Mexico is going to get a reset. Here's Bailey Vanachuk. Gets over top, has his hands free, but can't find a shooting lane. Does have a passing lane, and he'll send it over to Sanchez at the far side. Dumped behind the cage. Baines tries a wraparound and can't find the back of the net. Now Gain. Dish over to his left and out of the reach of his intended target that time. Brandon Kirby just couldn't quite reach it. Mexico will try to take advantage of an unforced error. Fertini and Sanchez connect once again. Dynamic duo for this Mexican team on the right side. Asensio, another righty, as he drives and dishes way outside. Sanchez shoulders his way through a jump shot, looking 5-hole, and Price, privy to that chance, shuts the door, gets his stick down in time, and Blake Young thought about the drive, thinking about it again. Dishes over to the far side, shot scores. Brendan Murray makes no mistake. That one goes top right, glove side past Murakami. Make it 4 straight goals, if I remember correctly, to start off the third quarter now for Canada. Mexico still looking for something. Not going to come there as well. It's Price. Denies that latest chance. Now Lady rips one. Just past the post and out of play. Now the officials going to have a discussion after one calls an illegal procedure. And they will confirm that, so it's going to be Canada's possession and already in the offensive zone to boot. Continued dominance here from the Canadians. Long stretch feed. Can Mexico find the back of the net for the first time in the second half? No, they can't. It was a partial break, but a good defensive effort there, courtesy of Adam Noakes. Got back in time, and a trail check just knocks the ball out to the other side, and Canada takes possession back as that one went out of play shortly thereafter. Lady, pass down low, return feed looking to the perimeter. Fisher didn't end up receiving that as that deflected off a stick, but now a penalty coming up to Mexico. So possession will start up top. Brendan Murray to Young. Lady now down low to the corner. Back to Lady. Young looking for a lane. Found one, but Murakami found the save instead. Just caught it and took away a chance on the power play from the Canadians. Now Asensio bobbled it, found it, retreats to the perimeter. Got to be careful. The center line is the pressure starting to close in, but back to even strength. Martinez leapt to keep possession. Now Fertini finally finds the back of the net for Mexico. Their first goal the second half. Fitzgerald looking for a counterattack. Pass finds Turpin and makes no mistake, just inside the post, glove side. Now 16-7, Canada leads with about 2 minutes to play until the end of quarter number 3. Now that shot deflects off of Price and onto the side of the net. Winter quickly up the other way. Charny bounces one home. Here comes Mexico. On the run, shot, stick save. Price denies Diego Hopkins. On the run, now Oscar Lucas. Pass through, shot scores. Keegan Lady. As the count was on and the quarter will come to a close. Canada leading 18-7 with 1 quarter remaining, and when we come back, we will bring you said fourth and final frame. Back underway from the World Lacrosse Super Sixes, and just like they started off the third quarter, Canada gets a goal immediately following a face-off win. This lady makes no mistake on the run, and Mexico looking for a response in the form of Sanchez. That one not on target. Price will chase it down and find Fitzgerald quickly in transition. Canada getting a change. Fitzgerald's going to head off as well. Now Fisher. Shoulders his man aside. Gets onto his wrong side, so finds Turpin. Instead, skip feed through the middle. Lucas just misses that top corner, and that'll go out of play. Murakami is going to chase it down. There's that Canadian pressure as Murakami sends it up, and Mexico able to get over the center line just in time. Oscar Lucas gives his man a poke as Sanchez gets the feed, near side, drives underneath. Twister shot, wide. Lucas Price has been strong in this one for the Canadians again. This is his second game as he got into the first one they played yesterday versus Team Indigenous. Made 19 saves in that game. Good enough for a save percentage of 70. As Canada gets another one. Matthew Murakami has been strong for Mexico as well. This now his third game of the tournament, but coming into this game, he's been credited with 32 saves, a save percentage of 42%. He's been making some of those saves that he has no business making, really. But now back-to-back games against Team Canada. There's now a penalty coming up against Mexico. I believe it's Sanchez that will head off. So Canada, chance to extend the lead some more on the power play. Gain is going to start things off. Quick feed around the horn. Murray down to the corner. Back up top. Far side. Gain through. Over to Lucas. Lost it as he started to spin through the middle. They keep after it. Fitzgerald can't quite tuck it home, and Canada able to maintain possession somehow. Now Oscar Lucas goes over the stick for Murakami. Now pass out of the reach of Orizako, who heads back for another defensive shift himself. Now Fisher with it. Skip feed down to the corner. Lucas finds a cutter, looking for Winter, couldn't quite connect. Fisher denied by the goaltender. Fisher runs point here, still on the power play. Lucas finds a cutter, backhand shot, scores. Blake Young gets another one in this game. Now Fertini catches it on the run, a breakaway goal for Mexico. Their first of the fourth. Kirby down to the near side, Noakes to a cutter, reverse backhand by Murray, and Murakami gets his leg over in time. Now behind the net, Charney to the perimeter, Fitzgerald scores. Now Murakami on a breakout pass, excuse me. Serrano gets it over the center line. Mexico works down low. Vanachuk. Return feed. Watched on by Allen Gain. Vanachuk from distance scores. That one had some heat on it. It's a rare outside shot, beats the Canadian netminder and Lucas Price, and Canada gets it right back for him. So Winter tucks that home. Now Asensio with 3 minutes remaining. Trying to find double digits, and they do exactly that. Back-to-back goals on back-to-back possessions for Mexico. Something to build off of as Oscar Lucas dishes through to the middle, and a defensive trail check jars the ball free from Robbie Turpin. They do keep after it and get a shot, and Murakami kicks it aside, and now we'll get a stoppage here as there's an injured player down for Team Mexico. Angel Asensio stumbled on that last play, and he'll get some assistance from a couple of trainers now. So we'll take a quick break, and when we come back, it'll be the final 2.5 minutes of the final frame in game number 2 of day number 2, the World Lacrosse Super Sixes. All right, we're back for the final couple of minutes here in this game between Mexico and Canada. Canada with a commanding 13-goal advantage as Fertini dances his way through, spins back, switches hands, and passes one out of the reach of Vanachuk. That'll go out of play, possession back to Canada. Reminder, the next game coming up from this turf will come after a few hours of a break. 5 p.m. is the scheduled start time between Great Britain and the Haudenosaunee. As Canada gets another goal there. So enough time for everybody watching from home to go grab some lunch and come back. And if you're unable to watch these games live, we will, of course, bring you all of them for free here on our YouTube channel at BC Sports TV. Hit that bell icon if you want a notification when we go live for each and every one of these games. But a reminder, the next scheduled start time is 5 p.m. for the next game in the women's division. It'll be Great Britain coming off of that overtime win over Canada in the first game today, and they will face off against the Haudenosaunee looking for their first win of these Super Sixes. Great Britain riding a high, to say the least. They looked great against Canada, even after giving up that 2-goal lead incredibly late in that game. Here's Oscar Lucas. The final minute of action. Works his way through the middle, still with possession, pass down to the corner. Lady tries to skip one across. Where is it? It's in the back of the net. Somehow deflects off a stick and over the goal line. Here's Martinez. To his left is Fertini. Tucks under and spins back. Return feed to the perimeter. Final handful of seconds. That shot doesn't make its way through. Murray lobs one forward. Noakes has it trailing behind him, finds it. Does Canada want to go to the net one final time? Down to the final 10 seconds. Noakes will just keep it at the perimeter, and they will take home another victory. 25-10 will be your final score. Canada will improve to 3-0. Mexico will drop to 1-2. And we will be back here again. 5 p.m. is the next start time for the next women's game. It'll be Great Britain versus Haudenosaunee. You can find it all here on BC Sports TV, but we will step aside for now. Thank you for joining us for the opening 2 games of day number 2. We hope you will join us for the 3rd game in a few hours, but for now we will step aside. The entire cast of characters up here in the booth. I've been Tino Farah. We've been BC Sports TV, and we will see you later.